My name is Ryan. I'm the pastor at College Park Presbyterian Church. This is Ask the Pastor. I take questions from the internet and I answer them to the best of my abilities. Here's today's question. Many people think Christians are hypocrites and judgmental. How can we combat these stereotypes both as a church and as individuals? Well, I think that's true. I think many people do think that Christians are hypocrites and are judgmental. I would also say I think there's a reason for that. I think the reason many people think that Christians are hypocrites and judgmental is because many Christians are hypocrites and are judgmental. Some of that is lousy. Some of that's no good. We shouldn't be hypocrites and judgmental. We ought to be more honest about our failings and the ways we fall short, and more graceful about the way we treat others. Some of it is actually it's an okay thing, because like what else would you want us to do with the hypocrites and the judgmental people, right? We gotta bring them into church. And so in some ways, the people who already are pretty good aren't as immediately attracted to church and church context, and even to identify publicly as a Christian, as the people who really are dealing with some pretty serious immorality. But of course, hypocrisy and judgmentalism is bad. Both are condemned quite explicitly in the Bible and by Jesus himself. So what then ought we to do about it? Well, the best thing we can do as individuals is don't be one of them. Don't be one of those Christians who's a judgmental hypocrite. Extend more grace to others, at least as much grace as you extend to yourself. And then if you start extending more grace to others than to yourself, then extend some more grace to yourself, and then be filled with love and overflowing with the Holy Spirit. That's a wonderful thing for you to do. And yeah, don't be full of hypocrisy. Of course, the less judgmental you are, the harder it is to be hypocritical, because to be hypocritical, you kind of have to judge somebody else for doing something that you yourself are guilty of. But you can judge people of doing things that you're not even tempted of, right? Like you can judge people for, I don't know, liking a show you hate. And that's still just not a good, just let people love things, if it's not hurting any, just be cool, And I think that is the best thing that churches can do. If churches can work and talk and be intentional about having these conversations, hey, what kind of community do we want to be? What kind of community, what are our central guiding principles? And can we talk about hypocrisy? And can we talk about judgmentalism? And can we talk about how to be a place that's, cool? Can we talk about how to be, and I don't mean cool like I'm gonna wear my backwards hat and be totally relevant radical dude. I mean be real with one another and be honest about where we are and when we are, and when people are honest, not go and backbite them, and not go and cash in that social currency for some extra credit elsewhere, or having the next juicy gossip, but work together to be the kind of place where people can be loved and accepted, even if they're different. And the way we do that mostly is by talking about it. The way we get there is by being honest about it, and by the sum total of individual people doing the work to say, this is the kind of person that I want to be. I want to be different than what I could get away with being, even with the people around me. So that's my answer. I want to ask you for a favor. If this answered your question, would you share this video and say, hey, I had this question, maybe I asked this question, maybe I didn't even ask it, but I had it, and this is a good answer. This makes it make sense to me. I want you to see this guy answer the question. If you've got another question, I hope you'll ask it. And if you don't think this was a good answer, if you think I missed something, I hope you'll engage with me. I hope you'll send me some comments down here, and you'll even make your own video and like reply to my video. I'd love to watch that, and we can build community in this time while we are separated and in a virtual space. I hope you'll do that, and I will see you next time.